Hello students, in previous lesson we have discussed about some topics of our chapter number 2, nutrition in animals. Now we discussed about the nutrition in humans in this chapter. Now we discussed about the nutrition in human. First we have discussed about the mouth, some topics of mouth. When we eat any type of food, we put this food in our mouth, and after the all processes will be start from the mouth. First the food go in mouth, and using the teeth the food will be chewed. We use the teeth for chewing our food. Then after we have also different types of teeth in our mouth, canines, incisors, premolars and molars. Then after we also have temporary milk teeth and permanent teeth. We have two types of teeth, temporary milk teeth and permanent teeth. So in temporary milk teeth, that means the teeth when the baby born, and after the 6 month the teeth will appear. This type of teeth are called milk teeth. They will be appear after the 6 month periods, and they will fall off 6 to 8 age. When the baby become at 6 to 8 age, the milk teeth will fall off. Then after, the other type of the teeth take place of the milk teeth. This type of teeth called permanent teeth. Baby when become the age 8, 6 or 8, after the 6 or and 8 age, he or she will get the permanent teeth. The amount of the temporary milk teeth are 20 teeth, and the permanent teeth are 32 teeth. At the present time we have all 32 teeth because we are adult person, but a baby when they at a 6 or 8 age, when they fall down the milk teeth, they get the permanent teeth. The amount of milk teeth are 20 teeth, and the permanent teeth are 32 teeth. Then after, tongue is also a subtopic of mouth because the tongue is already in our mouth. Tongue have used 4 basic tastes. We can taste 4 tastes using our tongue. Tongue has used 4 tastes: salty, sour, sweet and bitter. You can see in your book also the structure is given there. The structure of tongue, in structure of tongue you can see they give the different types of part, on which part we can get how type of taste, salty, sour, sweet and bitter. Because of the tongue we can feel the different type of taste of the food. It's depend on our tongue. So tongue has total 4 tastes, which for salty, sour, sweet and bitter. Then after, tongue also help the chewing the food, and then after it mix the saliva in our food. Using the saliva, the food become easily to digest system. Tongue help to mix up the saliva in our food. So because of the saliva editing to our food, the food will be easily go in the digestive system. So tongue is also very important in the digestive system. Then after, our next topic is oesophagus. It is also called food pipe. Oesophagus is also called food pipe. First we eat food. We keep food in our mouth. Then after, it will be chewing with our teeth. Tongue adds saliva, and then after, the food will go in our stomach using the food pipe. It runs along the neck and the chest. In food pipe, the food will be go into the stomach. The food push up by the pressure of the wall of the food pipe. In this time, some type of food do not go into the stomach. In this situation, the person will vomiting and take out their food on this way. Then after stomach, first mouth, esophagus, also called food pipe, and then other topic is stomach. Stomach is a thick walled flattened bag present in the upper abdomen. Stomach is the thick walled flattened bag present in the upper abdomen. The food which we eat, first it go in mouth, then after through the food pipe, the food will go into the stomach. Some stomach has mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. Stomach have different types of subtopics. For example, internal parts, stomach has mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. Mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach. We have inner lining in our stomach, and mucus protects the inner lining of our stomach. Then after the acid kills the bacteria. When we eat the different type of a food, bacteria also go in our stomach with the food. So in stomach, the acid kills the bacteria which are come with the food and makes the medium acid. After killing the bacteria, it makes the medium acidic so that the digestive juices can act. First, it protects the inner linings of the stomach. Then after, acid kills the bacteria and also make the medium acidic. And after, the digestive juices can act. Digestive juices help to break down the proteins into the simpler substances. We all know we eat food because we want nutrients from the food. Nutrients are very important to our body. To stay healthy also is necessary to in our life. So always we eat food, and when the food go in stomach, it become a nutrients. Nutrients can we get from the food. In digestive system, digestive juices help to break down the proteins into simpler substances, because if it break down into simpler substances, then after all our body part can get the nutrients easily. Okay, so first nutrients in humans, first we discussed about the mouth. When we eat any type of mouth, first we keep in our mouth, then other types of processes is going on. Then after the food pipe, with the help of the food pipe, the food will go in our stomach, and after going in stomach, it different types of parts working in the digestive system. It protects the inner liner of the stomach. Then after, acid kills the bacteria, and then after, the digestive juices help to break down the protein into simpler substances. Go in the stomach, then after it will be go in a small intestine. The digested food will go in small intestine. After doing the process in stomach, small intestine is a highly coiled, about 7.5 meter in length. The length of the small intestine is 7.5 meters. A long tube. It is a very long tube. Its length is 7.5 meter. Then after, in small intestine, we get the digestive food which come from the stomach. In this intestine, some types of process done by use the help of liver and pancreas. The liver is in a brown color, grindly brown color, the largest gland in the body. Liver is the largest gland in the body, and it present in the upper part of our abdomen on the right side. It present in the upper part of the abdomen. In the right side, bile juice is stored in a sac. We can see in our liver system, we can see the bile juice which help into digestive process it get the nutrients from the food used bile. Bile juice is stored in a sac called the gallbladder in liver system, where the bile juice is stored in a sac called the gallbladder. In this structure, you can see also the structure of small intestine, and where is the gallbladder is, and where other part of the small intestine, how the different types of small intestines parts can work. Then after the pancreas below the stomach, we can see the pancreas changing the food them into the simpler forms. First, food is get some types of process in stomach, then the digestive food come into the small intestine. In small intestine, we can see the liver. Then after the pancreas, food which in pancreas convert them into the simpler forms. Some types of simple forms, for example, bile juice is help us to digest the fats. It help us to digest the fats as they do the some types of process in the fat nutrients. Then after, we can see in pancreas also change the food into simpler forms. For example, carbohydrates will be changed into the sugar, such as glucose. The food from which we get carbohydrate in the small intestine by the pancreas, the carbohydrates will convert into the simpler sugar as a glucose. We can see this type of simpler sugar, glucose. Then after the fats also convert into the fatty acid. Fat converts into the fatty acid, and then after the proteins will be converted into the amino acid. So in small intestine, when the digestive food come into the small intestine, after the stomach, through the stomach, then after different types of processes also done there, and we can get nutrients in this small intestine using the different parts of the small intestine. And after the absorption in small intestine, absorption or in small intestine process is going on. The inner wall of the small intestine has a number of figure like outgrowth called villi. We can see in small intestine also there is a villi. Villi is a network of blood vessels. Villi is a network of blood vessels because the food which digested food which are in small intestine, from the villi they absorb, they convert the food into the blood, and then after they serve the blood to our different organs of our body parts, and we can get blood from the small intestine by using the villi, which is a number of figure like outgrowths called villi which are available in small intestine. Then after, when the blood will serve to different parts of our body, different organs of our body through the villi using the blood, different types of blood vessels, this process is called the assimilation. The absorbed food is incorporated into cell components is called assimilation. The absorbed food is incorporated into cell components is called assimilation. Then after the food, digestive food doing some process in small intestine, and then after the undigested food, we have also the undigested food, and after the undigested food will go in large intestine. First the stomach, then after the stomach food will be going small intestine, and then after the undigested food will go in large intestine. Large intestine, the length of large intestine is 1.5 meter. Large intestine is not large as compared to small intestine, it is wider than the small intestine. In large intestine, the digestive process is not occur because we can get the undigested food in large intestine. Then after in large intestine, the water will absorb from the food. In large intestine, the water will absorb from the undigested food. In our rectum, the undigested food come now in rectum, and in rectum the food will serve as a semi-solid feces. Then after the undigested food will come out from our body through the anus. This process is called digestion. So first the food we will eat from stomach, then after doing some process the food will go in small intestine. In small intestine the food from the food we get the different types of nutrients. Then after the digested food we'll use in small intestine, and then after the undigested food will come in large intestine. Here the water is absorbed from the undigested food. Then after the undigested food save in rectum as a semi-solid feces, and then after undigested food come out from our body, which is an open part called anus. Then after the nutrition in grass eating animal. Now we will discuss about the nutrition in grass eating animals. We all know animals eating grass, they are called the herbivores. The animals which eat grass, they are called herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals always eat the grass. The grass has a rich in a specific carbohydrate called cellulose. The grass is rich in specific carbohydrates called cellulose. Animals cannot easily digest the specific carbohydrates called cellulose which they get from grass. They are not easy to digest. So some different types of process will be done in animals from getting the nutrition from the food. First, when they eat food, they first swallow the food in their mouth. Then after they store in rumen. They first swallow their grass. They first swallow their grass, and then after the food which the animal eat are stored in rumen. In rumen, you can see food is partially digested. In rumen, the food is partially digested. Then after some food which is partially digested are stored there is called curd. Then after rumination, the process which store the partially digested food as curd, this process is called rumination. Then after in animal, you can see the digestive process are different from the human being. Their stomach has also different from the human being. The stomach has 4 chambers, rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. They have different 4 type of chambers because the grass they cannot easily digest the grass. They have different types of processes. First when they eat the grass, they first swallow down their grass, and then after they store the partially digested food in rumen. This partially digested food is called curd, and this process is called rumination. Then after the rumination portions, the food will be go in different parts of their stomach. They divided their stomach in different types of 4 chambers. First the rumen and reticulum. We can see these 2 chambers are connected to each other. Partially digested food, the curd, is stored here, and then after in this chamber the food which is stored as curd is go back to their mouth for chewing. Because animal, you can see when the animals free to rest, they always start their mouth for chewing. Why they do this? Because the digestive process of the animals is different from the human being. They cannot digest their food easily, so they first store their food, their internal part. Then after, when they get free time, when they rest, they get back their food for the from the reticulum, and then after they get come food, they get back food there in your mouth, and then after they chewing the food again. So we can see when the cow, buffalo, and different types of animals, when they take rest, they always doing the chewing process. They chew their food for their digestive system, and then after when they chewing the food will be go in omasum. It is their smallest chamber of their stomach. Then after the food will go in abomasum. In this chamber they get the digested food, and after that the digested food go in small intestine, and in small intestine the nutrients of the food the animals will get from the small intestine. After going abomasum, the food will go into small intestine. So the in animal you can see the digestive system is differ from the human being. The parts of their bodies or body also different from the human being, because they eat always the grass, and grass are not easy to digest. They have to face different types of processes in their stomach. They have also different chambers of their stomach to digest their food. Then after, why always these processes going in animals? Because the animal which eat grass, they have to survive for their growth. They cannot get easily their food, and they cannot eat their food in fast. So always they do this type of process for their food digestion process. So in animals, the digestive processes go slow, because the food which they eat first, they go first the food swallow easily in their mouth. Then after the partially digested food stored as curd, and then after the different types of chambers doing their activities, and then after the digested food go in small intestine. So we can see here the nutrition from human being and in animal, they are different from each other. So students, in this chapter we have discussed about the different types of nutrition in human being, and here also the nutrition is grass eating animal. They all digestive system are differ from, also in human being also different, and animal also different.